Wait, what?
It's fine. I'll cut it from the VOD. We're good.
Are we?
That never happened. Okay, good. We're live. Hey everybody, welcome to Roll For It, the Tuesday group of Raen. Same shit as yesterday, 2 groups, same world, blah 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 blah. If you're watching this on YouTube, check out the Twitch stream. If you're watching this on Twitch, use Twitch Prime and sub for free. Helps us out here, well, mostly me, only me, and it's pretty cool. Alright. So, information for the party. Some of this we went over in the pre-show, but, you know, it's got to be said. Campaign 3 exists within the same world as the previous campaign. It's been 2,000 years, give or take, since Campaign 2. The events of the last campaign have shaped the world in ways that you'll discover as you play. The events at the end of the past campaign set off a chain of events that made the world a very dangerous place to live. Monsters roam the world, hence made it impossible, all but impossible, to live outside the cities. As such, most people are born, live, and die within the cities. Often people don't even travel. This is true for most people, but not all. Some brave souls travel outside the safety of the walls of the city, and some of those people are never seen from again. Of the people that live outside the walls are the mercenary companies. Mercenary companies sprang up out of necessity of the changing world, and are among the very few protective forces in the world. These mercenary camps do not give any allegiances to any city-states or any rulers. Their only allegiance is to their own mercenary companies and to the coin. If you're strong-willed, you might find a fortune as a mercenary, but it means a hard life. Mercenary companies would be hired for any job that you can think of, whether it's a protection detail for trade caravans, spies for political purposes, assassins, or anything else that you can imagine. As long as you have the coin, you can hire them.
Question.
Yep.
Any monologue that you're going to deliver, will you send it to me and I'll deliver it?
Next time, absolutely. I'm almost done. I lost my track. As long as you have the coin, you can hire them. The mercenary camps are few, but very powerful. Crossing one, or more than one, is basically a death sentence. Anyone with enough coin, though, can buy the mercenaries. But be warned, they are not cheap. Now, you're all prospective members of a mercenary company called the Drezzy Mercenary Company. Things that you did not know until just now, because I'm just telling you now for the very first time. Upon joining the mercenary group, you had to pay 500 gold, and there is a daily fee of 1 gold per day. So, before this, I had asked you guys, how long have you been with the mercenaries? And you guys varied in your answers. Now that kind of makes sense as to how much you owe the mercenary company. If you put them 2 numbers together, you know how much you owe, which you guys already know because I told you, but that's how the math works out. Now, the reason why that they do this isn't part of a monologue, I'm not reading off a script, but the reason why that they do this is the mercenary groups will basically take in anyone. Usually, like if somebody drops off an orphan or whatever at a mercenary company, they will raise the kid, train the kid, blah, blah, blah. The kid eventually becomes a mercenary, starts earning money for the mercenary company. Well, the money to, raise, train, outfit, and, basically feed the kid and all that stuff for the whole time it's been living has to come from somewhere. Not just jobs, but upfront costs. So that's the mercenary payment. Also, if you guys join the mercenary company and die on your very first mission, they don't get a return on their investment. So that's the 500 gold up front. Now, what this means as to actually how you're going to make money in the game and stuff is when you take a contract, the mercenary group takes 50% of the contract price. So if you get a contract for 1,000 gold, when you complete it, mercenary company immediately takes 500 gold. The other 500 is split up amongst the party, right? So the 50% remaining is the party's gold. However, 50% of that goes towards your debt, and then you keep the rest. So with the 1,000 gold example, 500 mercenaries, 500 to the rest of the party. So with 5 of you, that's 100 each. Only the mercenary company is going to take 50 of that and put it against what you owe. If you want to pay more than that to get out of debt faster, you totally can. If you don't want to and you want to have more money in your pocket, you totally can. It just means that you're going to be beholden to them a little bit longer. And you might be thinking, this is kind of a shitty deal. What gives? Well, here's the thing. Housing you guys, feeding you guys, giving you guys gear and all that shit, it's not cheap, and they do it with everybody. And if you die, your loved ones are taken care of for a period of time that's appropriate until the money runs out. So if one of you guys is married or has a kid or whatever, the significant other, the dependent as you were, is taken care of until, for a year or 2 years or however long it takes for that person to get back on their feet in a world without you. And that's part of where that gold goes. So it's kind of like a socialist plus capitalist, like melted into one kind of pot deal, but like really bad tax. It's not great. But it does kind of make sense for why the mercenaries do that. Each mercenary has their own, mercenary company has their own reasons as to why they do it, but that's the general premise of how that works. Is there any questions on the math or any of that? A lot of blank faces. No. Okay, thank you. So you all have your starting amount that you owe. With that, when you go to the quartermaster to, get any gear or equipment that you need at any time during the campaign, as long as you're a member of the mercenary company, it is free. As in, hey, I want a new sword. You just go there and, you put your name down, they just give it to you, and you're good. Now, there are limits to this. If you want a diamond that costs 1,000 gold because you want to be able to cast, Revivify later on at 5th level spell or whatever to resurrect a dead party member, they're not going to just give you 1,000 gold diamond because you only paid 500 and it's been, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, however many since you joined. Same thing, you can't just get plate armor day one because that costs 1,500 gold and you're not worth that yet. But within reason, anything up till then, they'll just give it to you. For example, the Monday group, everybody in the party except for one just went to the quartermaster and was like, 2 healing potions, please. And they're like, yeah, here you go. Bye. So, your gear is basically free. And if you want something over and above, they're just going to add it to your debt. And you're going to be under their thumb longer and longer and longer. Any questions?
No.
All right. So that was the worldpreamble.txt, and that one's done. We're good. Okay. Sorry. Only session 1 is front-loaded with information. Everything after that is like, okay, last week you did this, now go. So, you guys have all joined the Dresy Mercenary Company. You are trial mercenaries, which means you're not technically full members yet. As such, you have joined, you owe them already, and you're about to be given your very first mission. It's a trial mission. They find an appropriately, easy mission for a new group to go out and kind of test their mettle. If you guys come back and it's satisfactory, you'll get a insignia ring with the Dresy symbol on it, which will then identify you to the entire world as a mercenary. Couple little things about world information that you need to know. Most people don't wear rings except for mercenaries. So if you are wearing a ring and it has a mercenary insignia on it, people give you a wide fucking berth. Nobody wants to fuck with the mercs. And that's you guys. So, yeah. But until you get your ring, you're just like everybody else. So people might be like, fuck this guy. Who the fuck does he think he is? Once you got your ring, they're like, whoa. Yeah. Anyway. So, story picks off with you guys at the Dresy Mercenary Company. It's south of Zaladin, north of Zizith, and to the east of Lilton. If you're looking on the map, it's on the very bottom right, wedged between 2 lakes.
I thought you said wedged between 2 legs.
Legs, lakes, what? Yeah, same thing. You know that the Dresy Mercenary Company's captain's name is Carrot. None of you have ever seen him. And he is very reclusive and doesn't really ever talk to very many people, but he's the leader, and his name is Carrot. Aside from that, the person that most people talk to when they go to get their contracts and stuff is somebody that goes by the name of Sister Alice. You guys have all gathered in the conference hall of the Dresy Mercenary Company, and this is a perfect time to introduce your characters. So let's go with Agman. Give the party and the world an introduction as to who you are. Appearance, details, as much as you want to share.
Wow, oh, really put me on the spot.
Right.
So, I'm a 19-year-old Goliath barbarian named Agman, book eater. I'm just a paltry 7'6", 322 pounds. Years and years and years and years and thousands of years ago, I ran with some friends of mine, the richest man in the world, Simon Cowell, and an assassin with a heart of gold, Skoso Kill. We defeated a vampire lord with the help of the cult of Nerul and friendship. And afterwards, after many other adventures, I was put into stasis where we take off from now. Well, should I give more information on the current day?
If you want to.
Nah.
Okay. Let it come out in roleplay. I get it. Okay, next we will go to Al.
Al is a half-elf with shoulder-length, dirty blonde hair that usually looks a little bit windswept. He has green eyes and just a little bit of a stubble, though it's unclear whether that's because he likes the style or because that's all he can grow. He usually has a toothpick or a piece of straw or something like that stuck in between his teeth. And he is a divine soul sorcerer with some other stuff in there.
All right. Next we'll go to Ryla.
I'm Ryla. I'm 25. Got green hair. Emerald eyes. I'm a satyr.
I feel like we're all at AA and you're waiting for everybody to go, "Hi, Ryla."
Right.
Please continue.
I'm usually just walking around picking stuff up and seeing what I can do. I don't really know.
Okay, fair enough. Next we'll go to Santa.
Hey, how's it going? Santa, Renew. My character pretty much looks like me. It's brown hair and brown eyes or maybe auburn hair. But, yeah. I don't know. I feel shy right now.
Okay, let me prompt you with a couple questions. Are you an orc? Are you human?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just a regular human
All right.
person. Thank you.
Do you want to share your class?
I'm a barbarian.
There you go. Good old
Thank
rage
you.
monsters. You need a couple of them in the party. I just realized I forgot
Rawr.
to turn on the D&D Beyond overlay for the stream. Sorry about that, stream. So that they can see the character sheets of everybody in the party. And it's done. So that's all up to date now. Go team. Okay, stream.
Typical.
You can now overlay on the stream. Shows you all the character sheets. Well, I guess with that, we have nobody else to go to except the last and certainly not least, Xanac? Xanax? I don't. How do you want to pronounce your name? I don't. I'm gonna say
Xanac.
Xanac. All right.
Xanac.
Cool.
All right,
Who dis?
so I'm a Winter Ladrin. I'm from the Feywild. I've only been in this realm for about a month. 5'11", 289 years old. Not the smartest ever. Kind of a sickly child, but here I am.
Touche.
So,
All right.
just straight, he's 270 years older than I am. Got it.
Yeah. He's an elf. They live a long fucking time. Cool. So we'll pick up with you guys in the, like I said, the meeting room at the Dressing Mercenary Camp. You are waiting a couple of minutes for Sister Alice to come and give you your contract, so feel free to get to know each other as characters, or if you just want to skip that, let me know and we'll get to the part where the mercenary talks to you.
Well, party face.
Hi guys. How long have you guys
Hi.
been around here?
Like a month.
About 3 months.
I've been here about a year. It's kind of
Oh,
early
wow.
ropes.
That's a long time.
That is. I've only been here like a month and a half.
Well,
Numbers unimportant.
Oh, Lord.
my name's a little bit kind of long, and most people have trouble pronouncing it, so you can just call me Al.
Okay.
Hi, Al. Me, Agman.
Nice to meet you, Agman.
I know.
Hi guys, I'm Ryla.
Hi,
Hi.
Ryla.
I'm Sana.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
I'm Zanuck. Whatever you guys want to do is good with me.
Okay, I can promise you guys, RP will
Zanuck,
get
you look
easier.
so...
Don't overthink it. You guys are just the 5 of you in a room, like just hanging out. Small talk is totally cool, or we'll just skip it. But RP will get easier as you get more comfortable, trust me. So anyway, with a couple of minutes of kind of awkward introductions to each other, eventually a Rubenesque human woman in her late 30s with dirty blonde hair steps into the room. You've all definitely met her at some point in your stay, regardless of how short or long it's been. You recognize her as Sister Alice. She walks in and you can see she's kind of one of those like take no nonsense, but like I'm here if you need a shoulder to cry on kind of people. But like, you know, to a point, if it becomes a thing, like you're gonna feel the back of my hand kind of deal. You know, a good friend, but like
A nun?
kinda, yeah. She kind of walks in with a stack of papers in her hands and kind of walks over to the table and goes, well, you've all been introduced, I assume, so we'll get right to it. We've got your trial mission for you. Some of you may have been here longer than others. I apologize for the wait. One or more of you may have been passed over for another group as a spot opened up, or, you know, whatever. But that's neither here nor there. You guys are together now. Congratulations. You're a group. You're a party. You're a band of fledgling adventurers. I don't know. You can call yourselves whatever you will. But,
I call myself Agman.
okay, yeah. You can all be Eggman then. Perfect. So
No,
here's the
they
deal.
can't be Agman.
I'm not Eggman.
I'm Eggman also.
No.
Right.
I feel like this could
confused.
be confusing.
So Eggman, not Eggman also, not Eggman, and Al. Got it. Look, I'm just gonna get right down to the details. We have a mission for you. It's an easy one. Don't worry, we're not gonna send you after the dragons yet. But this is still very important. As you know, we're mercs. We like the money. You know, living ain't easy. You need money to make it work. Here's the thing. Somebody's defaulted on their payments, and we just need you to go collect. They hired us. We did a job. They paid half up front. That's good. You know, not everybody does. But they haven't paid the other half. So we need you to go to Zaladin. As I had to look at the map. Sorry about that. Go to Zaladin and speak to a trader that hired us and get the rest of our money. Come back.
Which way's Aladdin?
It's north, Eggman. She points towards like the one wall with no window in it. That way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, let's see. I guess you're gonna need some details. Where is his name? She says to herself as I scan my notes looking frantically for the name.
This isn't a good sign. He can't make up a name on the fly.
I just thought I already had a name for him. Okay, I don't, so we're gonna go to the random generated name. His name is Richard.
What a
pick.
Richard Zelnick from Zaladin.
Dick Zelnick.
Richard Zelnick from Zaladin is he's a trader, and he used our group to protect his trading caravan going from Halda to Zaladin. He's there now, and the group that was protecting him hasn't come back yet, and he has not sent the other half of the payment. But don't worry, it's not unusual for groups to go off once they've completed a mission. But we just haven't heard back yet. So go there, collect the money. Once you bring it back, job done, you get your rings, your mercs, take your own jobs. Any questions? Good, perfect. And she just walks right out the door.
What if he can't pay?
She's already left. You want to get
Well,
up
I would
and
have
chase
said
her?
that faster.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
She like stops with her hand on the door and kind of like looks down and like kind of like dejectedly sighs like right. Always forget. It's hard with new mercs. Beat him, steal some stuff, kill him. Look, it's a debt. Either get the money or send a message.
Does Richard have any children?
oh.
Probably. We don't delve that deep into his personal information. He paid, we did a job, he didn't pay the other half. We're gonna get the money somehow. If he's good for it, collect the money. If he's not good for it, take something of equal value. If he gives you any trouble, well, you don't have your rings yet, so try not to do anything illegal while you're in the city unless you think you can get out of it. But until you get your rings, let's try and keep the illegal stuff on the downside.
And
Once you get
how
your
much
rings,
does he owe?
you do you. 250 gold pieces. He already paid 250, so we're looking for another 250 from him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
All I
She
got.
waits for a second and then just leaves.
All right.
What would you guys like to do?
I'll get the money first.
Weren't we gonna like pick up some potions or anything, or we're all good to go?
It would probably be a good idea to gear up a little bit before we head out. Did she give us a description of what he looks like?
You didn't ask.
Well, I would have asked if she didn't give a description.
Well, then why didn't you ask?
Because I figured that was part of the...
Nope.
The preamble.
Nope. All right,
Fine,
fine. We'll
chase her down.
rewind time. Oh, I forgot what it's like working with new recruits. Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, what's he look like? Oh,
It's
no,
kind of
we
an
find
older
him.
gentleman, brown hair, scraggly beard. Well, Carrot would describe him as a grumpus. He's just kind of always in a bad mood.
Do you want her to draw you a picture on a parchment?
Could you maybe open up some paint? I
With
think I've
the
heard
old
that as
Crayola?
I'm no artist. I don't do that. If you just use his name and ask around if you can
Right?
find him, I'm sure
We'll just
people
walk up
will
there and
point you in
start
the right
yelling.
direction. Well, I mean, there's city guards, there's people that I'm sure he knows people. He's a trader that lives in the city. You're smart people. I'm sure you can put two and two together.
Just walk up there and start yelling his first name, which is dick, I believe.
If you would like to, you can absolutely do that.
Just
Anything
start
else
screaming
before
for
I
dick.
leave the room?
I feel
All right,
like
she
if you go in
leaves
there
the room. We
screaming for
fast forward time back to where you were discussing about whether or not to go and get stuff. Go ahead.
yeah, you should probably go get stuff.
Let's go get stuff.
Okay.
Lead the way.
I'm right
where
behind
would-
you.
Are you guys going to like the quartermaster, or do you want to go to the tinker? Where would you like to go to get said stuff? What kind of stuff are you looking for?
I was gonna grab some health potions from the quartermaster.
Okay.
Yeah, some potions sound good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys all head to the quartermaster. You see a short dwarven man. As soon as you walk in, he just kind of looks up at you and, so you've got your first mission. All right. What will you be needing?
I
Health
would like
potion.
a healing potion, please.
Health pitcher.
Sorry, I didn't catch that when all of you speak at once.
Health potion, please.
Perfect. One at a time works excellent for me. How many would you like?
3?
Okay. He just like turns around, opens up a door, and just starts yelling in a language that don't know if any of you actually know. What languages do you guys know?
Not dwarvish.
Common
not
or
speaking
Russian
Dwarvish.
Sylvan.
Common giant.
No.
Elvish,
Draconic.
Sylvan.
Elvish.
Okay.
Primordial.
In a language you don't understand, he just starts yelling behind him. I'm not going to mimic it because I'm not going to start making up languages and how they sound. About a minute later, as he turns back towards you, says, yeah, he's going to get that. Anything else I can get for you?
3 more potions.
I say, go ahead and get a bunch of those.
Okay,
Yes.
tell you what. Why don't you guys figure out what you need? Let me know, and I'll tell the runner to get it all in one so he doesn't make like 7 trips.
Does he not need exercise?
Isn't he a runner? Isn't that his job?
Yeah, you got a point. Fuck him. He just kind of sits back and like leans against the counter, and he's like, "So, your mission? Difficult one? Slaying a dragon or something, or what are you doing?"
We gotta.
Supposedly, we're just gonna go get some money from an old dude.
Oh, Richard. Yep, heard about that one. Back in
You know
my
where we
day-
can find him?
Last I heard, Zaladin. But back in my day, we'd send a message, cut off a hand.
Which one?
Yep.
Anything I should know about this guy?
Which guy?
Richard.
Oh, sorry. You're talking to the dwarf or to me? Okay, sorry. Because you're not doing a voice, it's hard to distinguish between character and you. So I'm like, wait, are you talking to me or the? Okay.
Would you like
he
me
just-
to do a voice?
It's up to you if you want to. So he just kind of looks at you and just, nope, I don't know him. He's a guy. His name is Richard. He's a trader. Travels from city to city trading stuff, as they are wont to do. I don't know. I don't actually know him. So,
Maybe we should just do the one order.
What kind of shield you got?
well, we got like a wooden shield, we got a metal shield, we got a wooden shield with metal on it, we got a metal shield with wood on it. We've got, well, that's not a shield. You wouldn't be interested in that then. Yeah, it's pretty much only the options for shields go.
Can I get a wooden shield with metal on it and a longsword?
Yeah, we can do that. Just give us a second for the runner to get here, and I'll send him on for that.
I'll have what he's having.
Yep, alright. So 2 of them. Got it.
With also the 3 health potions, please.
Probably about this time, you see a little human boy roughly the size of the dwarf, step in from the back room carrying 3 healing potions and kind of walks over and like tries to set them on the counter, but he's a little bit too short, so he's like trying to put it there and they're just about to tip and fall down off the counter, and he like grabs them and like slowly pushes them over. Okay, is that it? Dwarf just looks at him. Nope, we need 2 long swords, 2 shields, both wood with metal on them. Not the metal with the wood on them. They want the wood with the metal on them. And then, how many health potions in total? You said 5 more?
How many can we get?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like 2.
2. Okay.
5.
7.
3, please.
10. Oh, right. The big one wanted a jug. Turns around and... Did you get all that? And the kid's like, Okay. Just
Also,
turns
could I
and
get
leaves.
some scale armor?
I'll get another runner to get that. This might be too much for me to carry. And he
Maybe you
just-
should get a cart.
Yeah. Probably. Okay. And he just leaves. Dwarf just kind of looks at you. Well, he's gonna be a minute. So... You're tall. Looks over at Agman.
Yes.
How'd you get that tall?
I grew. You're short.
Yeah. I didn't grow. I just came out like this, beard and all. Just, it's how dwarves are made.
Why?
That was a joke. I don't want to explain it. So,
Okay.
I also want a red linen shirt.
Oh,
I
okay.
want ribbons for my hair.
Walks over to the door, opens up. Red linen shirt and ribbons! You just hear faintly like, "Okay." He just kind of turns around. Well, he's earning his money today, eh? The awkward silence continues for about 10-15 minutes before eventually the little runner boy comes back and opens up the door. Nothing's in his hands. But he just stands in front of the door with a big-ass smirk on his face. As you see what could only be described as decrepit old man. If you had to guess, you'd say human, somewhere in like the 120-year range. Like, this guy could die at a moment's notice. Pushing a cart with 2 shields, 2 long swords, a red linen shirt, 10 healing potions, and 1 very large pitcher of red liquid, as well as, I forgot the last fucking thing.
Scale armor.
Ribbons.
Scale armor. The ribbons was included. It's in the shirt, or with the shirt. And he just kind of wheels it over on a cart next to the counter. Here's all your stuff. Is that it?
I've got to ask the question. Why are you pushing the cart instead of the youngster?
Clearly, he's a real champion. Thank you, champion.
Why you tricked me? He just kind of looks at the kid and just smacks him right across the side of the head. The kid just starts crying and leaves. He's like, he didn't trick me. I'm all there. He just walks away. The dwarf
I
just kinda
salute him
looks
as
at
he
you.
goes.
We appreciate your service.
Dwarf looks at Agman saluting, looks back. And anyway, more people are going to be coming to get some stuff. Do you guys need anything else? Otherwise, I got some work to do. So, go.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't die.
So what is the pitcher of red liquid I just got?
Oh, it's a healing pitcher.
Okay.
Because the first thing you said was healing pitcher when everybody was like, I want healing potions. You're like, healing pitcher. I caught that. It's actually 2 healing potions, but in just one bigger vial.
Nice.
So only drink one at a time, or only drink half of it unless you're literally drinking both, in which case it's going to be 4d4 plus 4. Otherwise, it's 2d4 plus 2. If you're only drinking
Is it still
half.
just the one action to drink it, the whole thing?
Yeah, because it's not 2 items, it's one item.
Okay. And your bonus action or action for healing potions?
I'm going to say action.
Okay.
You know. We'll see if it's needed later on if we need to homebrew it like we did before. We'll see. Depends on how hard things get. If things are getting hard on you, I might take pity on you and say, okay, bonus action. But for now, action.
How do I add a picture of healing to my inventory?
Just mark it down as... just write a note somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, just write it down as like double healing potion. Or
Gotcha.
like 1 vial of extra large single healing potion. I don't know. Healing pitcher. And any of that works. I'll remember. I'm also going to write notes immediately after the session, so we're good. I'm going to be up till midnight again. Anyway, so you guys leave the the quartermaster. You're in the kind of central grounds of the mercenary company. What would you like to do?
I would like to get this mission underway.
Okay.
I'm gonna play with my hair ribbons.
All right. So.
Oh, right. I'm going to put my red linen shirt on.
All right. You put on your red linen shirt. You start heading north. The rest of your party with you. Santa playing with her ribbons. You start to travel outside of the city, or outside of the mercenary encampment. You step outside of the palisaded walls. You see the spikes pointing outwards. You see, as you have many times before, as you've walked the tower walls and stuff, you can actually see like monsters that have attacked or gotten too close get killed and then spiked and then mounted outside as like a trophy, kind of scaring off the rest of the monsters. You see a couple of goblins, an orc, hobgoblin, a couple of wolves, and what could probably be best described as a very small dragon. It's green in color, and most of its scales have been chipped off, as well as its lower jaw is completely missing. And,
Most of?
Yeah. So as you guys are kind of like admiring that and walking past it, you guys have seen it 100 times before, but never from the outside of the city walls. Kind of look at it. It's kind of terrifying, but needless to say, you guys press on and you start making your way out into the world. Who wants to roll to see if you guys got an encounter? Don't all jump up at once. Okay, Santa put up her hand. Yeah, sure. You may have been just brushing your hair, but you're the only person that I saw a hand for, so go ahead and roll a d20. Even though I know Drew, I know you said yes, but her hand went up right before you said it, so.
I'm good with it.
If you all party wipe here, it's her fault, not mine.
No.
Exactly.
No. Eggman was on that.
Nope. It's all you. You got this. Just in the chat, in the actual Foundry game, type /roll 1d20.
No pressure.
Don't kill the whole party now.
In that box?
Yep.
Like a 1 and then a D and then 20?
Yep.
See, it
So
doesn't like...
/roll space 1d20. There you go.
Oh, that's the end.
Well, a 9 isn't the worst thing you could have rolled. Now we're going to mix it up. Eggman, since you volunteered, you can roll the D100 to see exactly what the specifics of this encounter is. Okay. I need a little bit of information. Everybody's passive perception, please.
15.
14.
15.
Give me a second. Al was 14.
Agman's 14. Al is 15.
Al's 15. Eggman's 14.
Eggman's
Sorry, I
13.
got those totally mixed up.
14.
Let me prompt you. Xanac first.
15.
15. Okay. And then Santa.
14.
Okay. And then last but not least, Ryla.
13.
13. Wow. Very perceptive party.
Yeah.
Seriously, the other group has an 11. Like,
Okay.
you guys are all like, hey, we're perceptive as fuck. Okay, so as soon as you get outside the city walls and you guys are walking for probably about 30 minutes or so, you get a kind of random gust of wind happens to like pick up as you guys are walking, coming from a little bit of a valley off to your right of the side of the path there. And you pick up the smell of just, the earthy kind of musk of the world. And what smells like burning and like burning earth, kind of an earthy burning. It's a very weird smell. But it's just kind of in the air, catches you all right away. You're like, whoa, that's kind of weird.
Smells burny.
And
Uh-oh.
earthy.
Earthy burning.
You should go check it out, Eggman.
And we got it with a gust of it's earth, wind, and fire.
Oh, Brian.
You're welcome.
Well, it only took about an hour, but we got the first O'Brien of the campaign.
You're my hero.
Oh, you're gonna hear that at least 1,000 more times in the next year. Don't worry. All right, you guys wander off the fucking Taylor, resident sleeper in the chat. You guys wander off the path a little bit towards the smell. You come just down into the little bit of the gully that's there. It's probably only about 100 feet stretch here of what appears to be a plot of land with plants neatly planted in a row with a cauldron at one end, and you see kind of an older man with kind of some lightly bedazzled glasses with many different lenses on them that he can turn and twist and stuff so he can look in different things, and you actually recognize him as Yarrick the Tinker of
Yarrick, my old friend.
He just looks like, oh, hello, Eggman, long time no see.
How you been, old buddy?
Actually, you caught me on the best of all days. I've made a new discovery.
Hit me.
Okay. Well, tell you what, you can be the first. And he just pulls out a cup and dips it into the cauldron and then hands it towards you and says, drink that.
I slam it.
Oh, okay. Make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah. Immediately after you slam it, this very bitter taste hits your lips and tongue, and it's very hot. I mean, it just came out of a boiling cauldron. Probably not a great idea. So you burn a little bit of the insides of your mouth and tongue and stuff. You might not be able to taste very well for the next week, but that immediate hit was insanely bitter, and there's very small, fine chunks of what you could best be described as grains of sand. And he looks at you and goes, did it hit?
It hit hard.
Just wait. And you guys stand there as Eggman and him are just like looking at each other. He's like, probably about now. You feel no different for about 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden your mind is racing. Yarek looks at you and goes, I call it magic bean water of waking. I haven't slept in 3 weeks.
Oh no.
I just drink this, and I never need to sleep again.
Did you just give me super coffee?
The grittiest of coffee.
Yarek has invented this world's version of coffee, although it's more like espresso, and he doesn't have a filter. He just mashes the roasted beans into the boiling pot of water. So when he scoops it, you get particles of bean in there as well.
Okay.
So that's what that was.
I have roommates, so I don't want to yell, but Agman very excited.
He's like, that's what I said when I discovered it. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna fist bump him.
He fist bumps you and goes, we're gonna be fucking rich, I tell you. We're gonna
Rich.
take over the whole world. We're gonna monopolize this. We're gonna make sure it only grows in like, well, I mean, you can grow it anywhere, but this is the best shit right here. And then we're gonna make an empire and take over the whole world with the magical bean water of waking.
Empire.
Has he
Right?
got the major jitters yet?
No, that'll come when he crashes.
I meant Yorick, not Agman.
Oh no, Yarek's just in a full heightened state. Like as soon as he starts to feel the crash coming, he's just like, gulp. He definitely is coming off very manic. Your guys' passive insight would tell you, like, this guy is not in a great state of mind, but he seems excited. If you couldn't tell. He's like, so, I'm not going to give the recipe to anybody. I can't even tell you how I made it. It involves the beans.
I'll keep it to myself.
Perfect. I knew you were the right person to trust. So, we're going to franchise and sell it to everybody. Nobody's going to need to ever sleep again. Think about how much work you can get done. City guards, 8-hour shifts. No, 24-hour shifts.
Let's
For
sell
like-
some to my party.
We could sell some to your party. You see, like, Agman and Yarek, like, slowly turn towards you for a second. Yarek's like,
Small problem.
Anybody want some magic bean water of waking?
Small problem.
What?
Do we have money?
We have no gold.
Ah. Okay, when you get gold, come back. And I will sell you the magical bean water of waking.
I need to test some first. I don't believe Agman.
Sure! He grabs a cup and dips it in and hands it to you. It's the same cup Agman drank from, if that matters.
Agman full of energy. I'm gonna run around in circles.
Okay. Yep. Normally you'd get, like, exhausted after, like, 75 laps or so, but you just keep going. Yeah, Santa, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, but isn't it cooler now though?
That's not what your Constitution saving against.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It's still kind of hot. It's still a boiling cauldron. The fire's still underneath the cauldron, and he scoops out of it. So it's still hot, but that's not what you're saving against.
Oh,
You're saving against the coffee, essentially. Sorry, the magical bean water of waking. Not bad. Yeah, you get the immediate hit of, like, exactly the previous described, and you're just like, wow, that's really bitter. Doesn't taste particularly good. But within about a minute or so, you immediately start feeling like, you know what? This could work. I could probably not sleep for, like, a week. Feeling pretty
yeah.
good.
I feel good.
Kind of hyper a little bit. Just ready to take on the world.
Oh, I'm ready.
For the rest of the party, I don't even need to make you roll perception checks. You all have super high passive perception. After a couple of minutes of it just being in their system, you notice Santa and Eggman, their pupils don't dilate. It's not like a drug, but like their eyelids are opening more, like they're letting more light in, and they're like, oh man, and they noticeably, like, not high, but like they're starting to get that kind of like, let's go, we're ready.
Wired?
Come on, let's do it. Wired. Yeah, like wired. Like you just slammed 8 Red Bulls and you're ready to fucking go. Wired.
Who's ready to conquer the world?
Yarick's like, I will. No, I have to stay here. You guys conquer the world. I'll let you know when we're ready to franchise.
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
I'm gonna sprint off north.
Okay, you sprint off north. What's the rest of the party doing?
I'm gonna follow him.
I'm following.
All right. So Santa, are you going after as well?
Absolutely.
Okay. So as you guys all take off north, Al, Zanuck, and Riley, you guys are losing Santa and Eggman. They just keep going. As you guys is like, oh man, my leg's starting to cramp, and you're starting to get that little bit of like, we've been walking for a long time kind of exhaustion. After about an hour, they're just like specks in the distance. You know that they're there, but they're just like, let's go. Probably as soon as they lose sight, they probably like turn around and like just running on spot, like waiting for you guys to catch up until you guys get like within like 50 feet or so, and then immediately turn and be like, let's go. Yeah, it's some good shit.
Get a race on it.
Nice. Go ahead and
It's
make an
good
athletics check if you want to contest it. See who's faster. Okay. Santa, you want to give a athletics check as well?
Maybe.
Just click athletics. There you go.
Okay, I got it.
6 and an 8. Okay, well, looks like Agman, you guys immediately start to race. You guys feel like you're going super fast. The rest of the party, they seem to have slowed down a little bit, but their legs are going real hard. Like, you can tell, like, they're taking smaller steps, but their legs are moving faster. So it's about the same speed as they were before. Looks like Santa's kind of got the edge, but then Agman just kind of, like, you know, takes a couple of steps further and is able to kind of beat Santa in the leg race.
It's those giant legs.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are going, I need to check this Discord message. Oh, right. So for you guys that are in here, try and avoid sending me a Discord message in the middle of this. I have OCD, and if I see a notification, I'm gonna stop everything. Yeah, see, like that message doesn't help me. Thank you. Anyway. You know who you are. So, yeah. Where was I? All right. So you guys continue heading north. Eventually, you know, a couple hours later, Eggman and Santa, you guys start feeling like it's starting to wear off a bit. You don't feel quite as excited, quite as ready to take on the world. You still feel good, but you're starting to level off a little bit now. You know, it's been a couple hours of just going nonstop. So you're starting to feel like you're coming down a little bit. And as you guys do, it's fucking crazy that you guys have this high passive perception, because literally, like, 2 of you have the DC's passive perception check. But Zanuck and Al, as you guys are traveling just off the side of the road, probably about 300 feet, near the crest of a hill, off the path, you find a ruined cart and what appears to be 2 large mounds next to it. You guys, like I said, you're still a couple hundred feet away from it, but you can actually see like a cart with a broken wheel and then like 2 mounds in front of it from where you are.
Like ahead on the path or off the path?
Off the path. I'll even give you this with your passive perception. You could see like, no, you wouldn't see that. In fact, weather would probably obscure it. It's probably, yeah, you guys definitely wouldn't be able to see that. Yeah, so just off the path a little bit. You can see a little bit in the, where the path meets like grass, you can see like little ruts from where the cart would have turned off. Presumably to camp or whatever.
Wait, did we run past it, or?
No, you guys are just kind of like, you know, still a little bit excited, but you guys are walking up and, they just spot that at the corner and they're like, oh, hey.
Oh.
And you guys kind of stop there to either discuss it, whether you're going to walk past it or investigate or whatever you want to do.
I'm gonna sprint right up to it.
Okay.
So, hey, there's a car. There he goes. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm kind of
follow
feeling like I
along.
should have introduced coffee to the Monday group. It's fine. Eggman on coffee is going to be great. And Santa. It's like 2 barbarians on coffee. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Might have to homebrew some coffee rules for extra attacks and your turns or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Homebrew, huh?
You like that?
Ugh.
For you. So you guys travel off the path. Eggman and if Santa, if you're running there too, you guys get there well ahead of the rest of the party. You guys, I guess, jog on spot or up to you on what you do once you get there. But you do see a ruined cart, 2 dead horses, and that's
I'm going
it.
to investigate.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
So the mounds were the dead horses.
They were. 18. Wow, okay. You can see some faint, what appears to be dragging marks from roughly whereabouts somebody would get off of the cart, dragging a little bit further away from the path, and a couple of drops of what appears to be dried liquid on the ground. It's kind of absorbed into the sand and dirt. As you follow it, nearby, behind a tree, you find 4 dead bodies. They are all very heavily decayed. You couldn't even, by looking at them, figure out if they're like elvish or human or anything like that, just based off of the decaying of the bodies. But there are 4 of them. Their weapons and armor look like they have been decayed for quite some time, and parts of the bodies are missing, which, Agman, in your previous adventures, you'd probably be able to put 2 and 2 together, as well as anybody who's been out in the wild for more than like a week or something. You'd know that scavengers will usually go for the easy bits first, so things like the eyes and the easy to get to organs and stuff, chunks of meat, get picked off first. So that kind of natural decaying and scavenging happens. Gently nestled into almost the armpit of one of the bodies, you see a tattered old bag.
I'm gonna look through it.
Okay. It's just gold, some even more gold, a little bit more gold. There's nothing but gold in the bag.
How much?
Do you count it?
Yep.
Remember what happened last time Agman counted gold?
Yep.
It's one of the only things I remember from the old campaign. All right, so it's going to take some time unless somebody helps him. And what are the rest of you guys doing?
I'll count.
You're going to help him count?
Yeah, I'm not very smart though.
Take a pile. Count out your piece.
So meanwhile, Eggman's like, 1, another 1, another 1. Like Xanix's got another pile and he's doing the same.
I imagine that he's actually counting out the pile as Agman is putting down the coins. He's picking them up and counting them.
Yeah, probably. Eggman's
Another
making a
1.
pile, and Xanix taking from that pile to count. Yeah.
We're gonna think we have twice as much gold as we really do.
Yeah. Al, Santa, and Ryla, what are you guys doing while they're counting?
I'd like to look at the rest of the bodies. Sorry, go.
That's good.
No, you're good. Make an investigation check. Or medicine if you're trying to discern whether it's something like biological or like if you're trying to check wounds.
How
or
they did?
whatever. Sure. Investigation, not bad. You can see several what you could probably describe as wilderness wounds, given the state of the world. Doesn't appear that the group was set upon by any intelligent humanoid creatures with weapons. It appears that they were probably attacked by something monstrous. You see quite a few claw marks, bite marks on their armor and parts of what's left of their bodies. You notice like on one of the bodies, like half of the arm is missing, but you can kind of judge by what muscle it's left. It's like a tooth mark that drags on it, or here or there. It's kind of a grisly sight. As a merc, you kind of like, okay, I know I'm going to see some shit, so you kind of compartmentalize maybe. Totally up to you. But you can tell that it is something definitely monstrous happened here, not necessarily intelligent humanoid kind of deal. But definitely fell to foul play.
And I kind of inspect the bodies and get an idea about how long ago this might have happened.
They fell to foul play.
Survival or investigation works. Or I guess it would be insight or survival.
Medicine, maybe?
Medicine works too, yeah. No advantage, so I'm giving you the 6 because it's the first roll. Okay.
Well, it's an 11, not a 6.
Is that how that works? Oh, yeah, I see. Whatever you're rolling looks different than everybody else's.
Well,
Might be
I think
wrong.
you've been calling. So you called out my investigation as 18. It was 19.
That's weird. Are you using Beyond or the Foundry app?
Beyond.
Ah,
Yeah.
weird. Why would they do that way? Because, I mean, looking at the Agman one with the 19 and the 18 is like in a gray box. It's like draws your eye to it. I would expect that to be like the result. Anyway, okay, fine, 11. That's actually better. I was going to say, I don't know, it looks like they've been dead for weeks. Looking at the bodies and the state of the decay, it appears that they've been dead for a couple of days. But given the weathering, no longer than a week.
Okay.
I want to take a look around at all the other stuff that's kind of around the caravan.
Sure, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Are we having any actual success with the gold counting?
Oh yeah, you guys are getting there.
I'll help
like I
them with
said,
the gold
because
counting.
you're both unintelligent, it just takes a while. So I'm letting the party do some stuff while you guys count. Ryla, you make your way kind of back around the tree and over to the caravan. You start digging through everything. You find, extra changes of clothes, some blankets, couple of tents, just gear that somebody would use if they were out camping, or, maybe it's a trader that's selling like survival equipment. You don't really find much in the way of weapons aside from the odd dagger here or there. Mostly just tools and survival stuff. You do find a couple packs of rations. I'll say 21 in total. So 21 days worth of rations for one person. And then the other thing, Santa, I forgot to tell you, is on each one of the dead people, you find a ring with a staff and sword crossed on them, which you would recognize as the Dresy Mercenary Company.
I'll take those rings.
Okay. You take the rings. So, Agman, you've come up with 250 ones. You counted 250 times.
Excellent.
Zanuck, you counted 500 times. Because you were counting his pile too. See, double counted. You guys got 250 gold. In a sack.
I'm gonna divvy it up 50 each.
Okay.
But if they're mercenaries, maybe this is the gold we're supposed to get.
That was awfully
it's-
smart.
It's possible that they
The
were
missing
returning.
ones.
Yeah.
Agman's not even listening. He's still splitting it up into piles. I don't know.
1 and 1.
Oh no, maybe not.
Well, we can continue on and go talk to little Richie. Or we could just take this back and say, yeah, we shook him up and got the gold that we needed.
Little Richie still owe.
I say we continue on and
Okay.
find out.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Okay. You guys all get back onto the road and start heading back to north. To the north. So make
Heading
sure-
back to north.
Yeah. Right? It's been a long day and I've drank so much coffee. I didn't get much.
So have
sleep.
I.
Like 4 hours last night, so I'm literally living on coffee right now. I'm the real life version of Agman right now, minus the rage. Just all jitters. My hands are shaking. That's why they're not on camera, because it's like Parkinson's over here. It's like, hey. I was gonna make a Michael J. Fox joke, but it wasn't coming, so we're gonna move on. You guys start heading north. And heading on your way. Who wants to give me the midday check to see if you get an encounter?
Sure.
Cool. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Does that work? No.
No,
Not yet.
I rolled 16.
Oh,
9. Okay, I need a d100. Okay. $39. Okay. Switch this over here. Put this up here. And pull that up. So, as you guys are traveling north, everybody but Ryla. DC was 14, sorry. All of you notice, off in the distance, a couple miles away probably, like a long ways off, something with
Something long ways off.
wings
With wings
flapping towards you.
flapping towards us.
Does it look like in our direction, or does this look like it sees us and is explicitly coming towards us?
Vaguely in your direction, let's put it that way. It doesn't appear to be making a beeline, and it doesn't appear to be in a hurry, but you can't really make it out that much. You just notice something in the air coming towards you at a distance. Whether it's directly towards you or just in your vicinity, you can't quite make out, but...
How
Yeah.
big is this thing?
Very, very large. One might say gargantuan, but you can't tell at that distance.
What have you done, Cypher?
I'm gonna suggest that we maybe try to find some place to, get out of the general sight and out of the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Maybe a tree,
I agree.
cave, something like that.
Yeah, what's around us?
You can see a small smattering of trees here or there. You're kind of in the plains, so definitely not a lush forest. You can just be like, oh, I'm gonna pop behind this tree right here. Like, there's the odd one here or there. Some are smaller than others, some are larger. There's not really caves that you guys can see, but it's kind of like rolling hills, the odd tree.
Do the trees have lots of foliage? Can we climb up them?
Yeah, I mean, it's early summer. You guys can start climbing trees if you want to. Absolutely. If you would like to climb a tree or just like hug the, base, pretending to be part of the tree, what's the guy's plan here?
I'm definitely gonna hug the base, pretending to be part of the tree.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know
climb
why I
up.
suggested that as a course of action, but I did, so we're going with it. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up the tree.
Okay. Anybody climbing, make an athletics check. All right. Not a super hard DC, so don't worry. Ryla and Zanuck, you guys are able to, quite nimbly scamper up the tree. You guys.
She rolled a 1.
Zanuck and Ryla?
Xana did.
Oh, no, never.
Yeah.
No, Sana.
We're going to get to that. Don't worry. Zanuck and Ryla, you guys scamper up the tree base and get into the actual branches, and you just kind of hanging out, and you're like, yeah, you got some pretty good tree cover from the actual branches and leaves and all that stuff. You got some good coverage. You're feeling pretty good about this spot. Santa, you climb up, and you're like, oh, I've got the perfect branch, and you get situated, and you're like, perfect. You're about to get comfortable, and the branch snaps. And you fall 10 feet directly onto your rump, and you're like, ooh, that hurt. I'm not going to roll damage for you because you're level 2, and I don't want to kill you off of fall damage. So, not that you would die from this, but presumably something else that comes, maybe. And I don't want to be responsible for that shit. So you just
Thank
fall,
you.
and it hurt.
Ah! Okay.
Clumsy girl.
You look
I'm
over,
gonna
Agman's
use-
just hugging the tree.
Yeah, I'm gonna use him as a ladder and just crawl up him and try to get back into the tree.
All right, go ahead and make an athletics check.
So you're gonna climb him like a tree.
That's correct.
All right. You climb up the tree. Point of mentioning for the newer players to D&D, if you ever fail a check and you go to do another check, the DC does get higher because you previously failed. So, that happened here. Thankfully, before the DC was 10, so it just raised it to like a 12. You rolled higher than a 12, so you succeeded. But that's how mechanically DC is set. Anyway, so you climb up the tree and you find another branch. You find it's the perfect one. You sit down, you get comfortable, and it doesn't break. You're good. It holds your weight. You're feeling good. Al, what are you doing?
I'm also hiding behind the tree.
All right, cool.
Actually, I'm gonna lay down on the grass, I guess,
Okay.
and throw a minor illusion over the top of myself to make my look like a little mound of grass.
Okay, definitely like that. Everybody can go ahead and make stealth checks with advantage, except for Agman. You just a stealth check straight out. This is a group DC, by the way. I'm not going to judge you guys individually. It's kind of a group thing. Which is kind of good, because, Al's check was... Well, that way he has advantage, so you're good. 10, a 12, an 18, a 14... Hey, and a natural 20 from Ryla for a 26. So, yeah, you guys, like the wind, just invisible as you guys are all chilling out. Al probably the most so because he's covered by magic that makes him look like illusion. But as you guys look around, Ryla's gone. And you, notice she's, scampered up the tree a little bit more, and she's, hugging close to it. And the green hair mixes with the tree foliage, blends in perfectly. It's crazy how it all works. And as you guys are thinking, yeah, we did a fucking good job. We hid really well. You hear I'm not going to do it, so don't even ask. You hear a loud, kind of deep, throaty screeching sound as this creature that was flying gets a little bit closer to you. It's probably about a mile away now. But like things that get closer, it gets much bigger. You can start to make out some of its profile. Wingspan, massive. Body, massive. 2 legs draping below it, massive, just scary looking massive thing that you don't see any detail from coming roughly towards you. It seems to be veering slightly away from you now, but yeah, still coming. Does anybody do anything?
I'm hiding.
Okay. So,
Yeah, I'm going to continue to hide also.
okay.
I'm going to continue to hug the tree.
All right, perfect. So as you guys are all kind of hiding in your own ways, just waiting, the thing gets closer and closer and closer. And then you see, as it gets to about maybe 100 feet away, this thing's fucking huge. Like, maybe 100, maybe 200-foot wingspan, like from tip to tip. Scaled, blazing fire red. Massive red dragon. Like, horns on the head and everything. And you notice it has like this deep throaty screech yet again as its head kind of looks down, and you just start to see a little bit of a flicker as its mouth opens up, as you just see fire start to pour out of its mouth. And we're gonna go to break. So if you gotta go to the bathroom, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, somewhere in that time frame, and we'll find out what happens to the party after that. For the stream, hey, if you got Twitch Prime, go ahead and use it. Hit the subscribe button. It's in the bottom right. It's a purple button. Do that shit if you want. If you don't want to, it's fine. I won't judge you or hate you or anything. I just appreciate you being here, honestly. We're going to have some fun. See you in about 5 minutes. Welcome back. Subscribe, Twitch Prime, all that other stuff. We're going to get right back to it. So, before the break, the party all went up into a tree and, well, except for one of them, two of them, one of which is hugging the base of a tree, being part of the tree. He is the tree. And the other one
am the tree.
has an illusion. You know, trees become books, right? The other one is under a minor illusion in the grass, pretending to be the grass. The other three are in the tree. They all, rolled their stealth and did pretty well. They saw a large flying creature coming towards them. It got closer and closer and closer until the point where it was finally in good enough definition that they could see it. Still, a couple 100 feet away, but it's a massive, gargantuan, huge red dragon. And just as it opened its mouth and started spewing fire, it lays waste to something below it, and then does a circle, probably about 150 feet away from you guys, just roasting the ground and something. You hear what sounds like an animal kind of sound of something being just incinerated in a flash. You see the dragon do a couple of loops around it and then eventually land, and it appears to be eating. Do you guys do anything?
I'm going to continue to hug the tree.
I'm staying.
All right. For narrative purposes, I love these encounters that you guys rolled because it sets the tone right out the gate, like, shit will fucking kill you. Aside from what I told you the pre-show, like, I'm so glad you rolled an ancient red dragon. So...
That makes one of us.
Right? You guys wait for several minutes as you just kind of watch, like, scared to breathe almost. You're just being so still in the trees as eventually the wind kind of picks up a little bit and you get a waft. It smells like a very delicious barbecue has just been set up right next door to you. Mouth starts salivating as the smells of delicious roasting food kind of wafts up towards you, and you all think like, oh, that would be delicious. Whatever it is, it smells good. About 2 minutes goes by. Eventually, you see the dragon kind of flip its head up, and a very large creature stuck in its mouth, you just see like black. It's just charred. And it just starts like gulping and like, oh man, I'm not gonna do it because it would be gift and that would be terrible. I
don't see any problem with it.
It just lifts its mouth and starts like gulping and trying to like slowly bring whatever it is eating down into its gullet. And after about a minute or so, it finally appears to have swallowed the whole thing. And you see the dragon then kind of where it's sitting, it paws at the ground a little bit with its like legs and starts kicking up a little bit of dirt, and then breathes a little bit more fire onto the dirt, and then just lays down looking away from you guys.
Like siesta time type of thing?
Like it just ate. Maybe now it's having a nap. Maybe it's decided to sit there. You don't know. Would you like to get closer and find out?
Not
Is
particularly.
it like in the direction we need to go?
No, it's looking away from the road. It appears to have like landed, done that thing that dogs do where they circle a couple of times, breathe fire, and then laid down, looking away from the road. Off to the east.
How far away is
Oh,
it?
clearly it's dragon nappy time.
About 150 feet.
Let's just avoid it and continue on.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so you're climbing out of the tree?
Yeah.
Very quietly.
That's the keyword
Try
I
not
wanted
to
to hear.
step on Agman's
Perfect.
face.
Go ahead and make another group stealth check. So everybody make a stealth check. DC's a little higher because it's closer, but it's also not looking at you and preoccupied digesting. Ooh, Santa. Ooh, Santa.
Normal advantage.
You're still under the illusion. You can have advantage. The rest are not. Okay. So 17, a 22, a 4, a 15, and a 24. So Ryla's killing it. She's, scampers down. It's probably the satyr blood in her, or the fact that she's a satyr. Like, one with nature just kind of like scampers down. Not a big deal. She does kind of step on Santa's hand as she's climbing down, and Santa loses grip on the branch and actually falls to the ground and lands right next to Al. Right before she's about to be like, ow! And like exclamation, Al just snaps his hand over Santa's mouth, and you just hear like, ow! As the rest of you just kind of like all look towards the dragon, its head kind of perks up for a second, and it stretches, and then lays its head back down as you all like slowly back away from the tree. Start walking back towards the path, narrowly averting my dragon trap.
It's fine.
You just played your trap card.
Oh, I got many more. Actually, you played my trap card. I didn't roll it.
Thanks, Zach.
You're welcome.
Oh, it could have been anything. You guys continue traveling north, and just as you start to think like, oh, it's getting late, might be time to wrap it up, you do see some lights ahead of you, just over the horizon, behind what appears to be a very large wall. But you can see like the glow of light behind it. Would you like to camp outside, or would you like to push on to the town, city?
I'm saying let's go to the town.
As much
Yes.
fun as it is to stay outside of walls, probably not a good idea.
I'm sprinting inside.
Okay.
Okay.
Agman and Santa, you guys are still under the effect of the magical, magical bean drink?
What was it?
Magical bean water of waking. That's his name that he's working on. I mean, maybe he'll workshop it. Who knows? You guys, normally by now you'd be feeling like it might be time for nighttime. You guys are like, I can still go. We're good. The rest of the party, it's been a hard day of travel. There's been trials and tribulations up and down. It's getting a little bit tired. And you guys make it to the city walls as the guards appear to be closing the large doors. And as you guys get within sight, one of the guards just kind of waves at you. He's like, come on, hurry up. Agman and Santa, you guys just get to the walls, and you guys are just waiting, looking back at the rest of your party who did not drink the magical bean water of waking. And eventually the rest of the party catches up, and the guard says, wow, you guys made it in the nick of time. We are about to close the gates. Hurry up and get in there. Be safe. You wouldn't want to be out there after nighttime. Wow. I mean, you guys probably know. You lived around here, right? What?
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't sweat it. It's part of the job. He kind of like waits for you guys to walk in and then closes the door, or the gate. Walking past the main wall, you see the guard stations. There's two large towers to either side of the doors. These doors are massive, probably about 40 or 50 feet high, just as wide. Think like large cathedral doors, like just huge. And as you guys kind of like walk in, and you can actually see the sprawling city ahead of you. It's quite a large city with a massive wall built around it with towers and, the wall fortifications along the whole situation. The city seems to be getting ready for nighttime. It's not bustling. It's not packed streets like you might expect of a city, given that it's quite late. You do hear a little bit of a ruckus from a nearby tavern as you guys just kind of walk through. What would you like to do now that you're in the city?
What was Richard's last name?
Zelnick.
I'm gonna run up to a random person. Do you know Richard Zelnick?
Let me make a history check for a random person. So, by random chance and dice rolls, the first person that you ask goes, "Oh, yeah. He's a trader. He just came in. I want to say a week ago, with a couple of big mercenary types. You know, the ones with the armor and the rings and the kind of guys that you don't want to fuck with. They came in from Halda probably a week ago. They were staying at the Empty Boar's Head. It's a tavern just on the other side of the strip over there.
Thank you. I'm gonna sprint off toward it.
They had to change the name. It was problematic. Bye. Kind of like looks back at the rest of you guys like he's fast.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
No problem, random people. Goodbye. He just like walks into the tavern that you guys walk past. Wow, you were dying at that throwaway joke. We're gonna move on. You guys start making your way to the other side of the of the stretch there, and you eventually find a moderate-sized building. You can see the candlelight inside past the windows and stuff. You see filled seats at all of the big tables that you're seeing through the nights. As it's coming down, it's making the interior look a lot more warm and inviting. You see a person appears to be playing some sort of stringed instrument. You can't hear it because you guys are still outside. And outside, you see a sign that says Empty Whore's Head, but somebody has scratched out whores and wrote bore.
Looks like the place.
I'm gonna go in.
This is a tavern or an inn or what?
It is a tavern. It is the old watering hole, one of many. And as you guys enter, you see, large crowd of people. They're all drinking and having a good time. Work hard, play hard. That, all that shit. And they're all just kind of sitting around enjoying their drinks. You see a couple of bustling attendants, walking over, filling drinks, handing out food, collecting coin, walking back to the bartender and, turning in the money and, such as taverns are wont to do. And it's warm inside. And there is a bard playing a lute and singing a song about some nonsense that you guys probably don't care about because, let's face it, narratively, we don't have a lot of time. So.
No, I want to hear what it sounds like. What does it sound like?
Okay, hold on. Is this the one?
Are there any lyrics? You said he was singing.
That's not the one. Ah, fuck. I didn't add it to this playlist. I will send you the YouTube link of the song. You too, Jason. I'll send it to you too immediately after this session.
Yeah, you said that he was singing?
Yeah, there is lyrics.
Could you give me the lyrics?
I don't remember them off the top of my head, and I don't want to hold everything up while I find the song.
Okay.
I will send you the song immediately. Him. To be fair, I should have had that in the playlist. I don't know why it's not. I thought I uploaded it. Sorry.
You should have known we were going to ask.
I knew you were going to ask. I should have. My bad. So anyway.
All right. I'm going to walk up to any person that fits the description that we've got of Richard Zelnick and ask if he's Richard Zelnick.
Okay, well, it's a busy tavern at night, and let's say 50% men, 50% women. Of them, probably 50% are a little bit on the older side. You start
Scraggly
asking,
beard.
Yeah, you start asking.
Brown hair, scraggly beard.
There's a couple of them.
I think that narrows it down.
Yeah, there's still a couple of them. You get to about the
Look
third
for the
person.
one with the really bad-looking demeanor. Looks grumpy.
Okay. important note that you remembered. Thank you. So as Agman's looking around, eventually you spot like 4 guys that might be it, one of which is laughing, one of which looks very angry, and the other 2 appear to be having a conversation. So you go over to the one that appears to be angry with Al's guidance, and as you walk up, he just looks at you and, what? You want a drink? I'm not the bartender. He's over there.
You owe gold.
I don't owe anybody anything. What are you talking about?
What's your name?
What's your name?
Ryla.
Okay.
Agman.
Well, I'm Richard. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Richard.
Nice what?
Nice to meet you, Richard.
Oh, sorry. No, that was actually me, not Richard. Like, I actually didn't catch it. Your mic is shit. Sorry. Love you. Yeah. Nice to meet you as well. What do I owe? I just got into
You
town. I
hired
couldn't
mercenaries and
possibly-
only paid half.
No, I paid everything. The mercenaries took the 250 when they left a week ago. We came back here.
They never showed up.
Well, that's
What
not my
did they
problem.
look? What did the mercenaries look like that you gave them money to?
Oh, well, regular mercenary types, kind of rough and tumble. They were all human, if that helps. All men, probably mid-20s, mid-30s, hard to tell. They hadn't shaved in a while, if that helps. Didn't quite have as magnificent mane as I have, but, they did all right. And then, they had the rings. I mean, they're mercs.
What were on the ring?
Let's face it, you all look the same. Well, except for the one with the green hair. And the really tall one. And the other... Okay, you guys all kind of look different. They just kind of look the same. But
Do you remember what was on the rings?
It's the mercenary company's symbol, isn't it? Like a staff and a sword and like a lump of bread, maybe? I don't know. There's some other stuff, probably. I don't know. I don't make a habit of looking at these sorts of things. I just saw a ring and I'm like, oh shit, merc. Okay. Best behavior here, Richard. Let's not,
I would like to do an insight check
Sure, make an
to
insight check.
see if he's telling the truth.
Do you have a receipt?
No, I didn't know I needed one. Al, he's hard to read. I mean,
Getting some great
you're
rolls
picking up
tonight.
some truth there, but you can't really nail it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay, so look, we went from Halda. We came here about a week ago. They took their final part of the payment, 250 gold pieces. They put it in a large black leather sack. And they took their wagon and their horses and they went south. Presumably they went home. Maybe they took up another job. I don't know. But I
How
need my
many
part-
horses?
It's 2. A brown one and a white one with brown and red spots. Well, not spots, but like, like if you dumped a can of paint, it hits and it like just spreads out random. Like, so one of them kind. I'm not good with the horses. I don't know the breeds.
Like a
and stuff.
palomino?
I don't know if that's the word, but if that's the multicolored one that kind of looks like a calico cat, yeah, kind of like that. I don't know if he would know what a calico cat is. He's answering in the affirmative. I don't actually know horses, so, neither do
But he
any-
does know
It's
horses.
a pinto.
Apparently, Eggman knows all about horses.
I presume Eggman pulled out his Rugal to look that up real quick. That's Rain's Google, I guess. I don't know.
Oh my!
Pinto? We're
I'm
talking about
teasing.
beans now?
No, apparently Eggman
Pinto.
knows horses. That's canon now. He said it. I mean,
Okay.
so yeah, Eggman
This
knows
sounds
about
it
horses.
sounds legit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of them multicolored ones and then a brown one. They took their cart and went south. I paid, man. What am I gonna do? Like, It's not my job to make sure they, check in with you guys or whatever. Don't you guys got a code or something? I don't know, like no honor amongst thieves or leave no man behind or whatever.
Well,
like go talk to them.
But what if you're just lying to us?
What if you somehow killed them?
Well, if I killed them, presumably you'd have to have some truth or proof to that, and I certainly wouldn't tell you if I did. However, I didn't, so I can tell you I didn't. As far as the other part, what was the other question?
How do we know you're not lying?
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm not, so I don't know.
Could be.
Were there any witnesses to the transaction?
No. I mean, we walked through the city gate, and they were like, okay, it's time, pay up. And I was like, man, you guys are really giving me the stiff one here. And I pulled out the sack, put the gold coins into it, and handed it to them. And they were like, thank you for choosing the Dresy Mercenary Company. Have a great day. If you ever need us again, don't forget, fucking pay us. And I was like, okay. And then they left. I mean, there was some guards and people walking around, but I mean, I can't really point to somebody and be like, that guy was there. He'll back me up. Like, ew.
Well,
He's like pointing at the bard.
well, the company wants their money, so
So go get it from them. I paid, man.
Okay.
What do you want me to do?
We're gonna get it from you.
Wait, why would you get it from me? I already paid. Why am I going to pay twice?
that's what you say.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "Need gold."
Okay, make an intimidation check. He looks back at you, dead in the eyes, puts an arm on your shoulder and goes, get it from them, 'cause I paid.
Where are your receipts? Since you can't produce them, you have to pay.
You guys don't give receipts.
Well, that's on you for not asking.
I don't know, guys. It sounds like he paid. Sounds
I
legit.
kind of believe him.
How much are his teeth worth?
Oh my goodness gracious.
My teeth? I want to keep them if that's what it matters.
Well, they told us
We
if-
did find their bodies.
Wait, their
Are you saying that in
bodies.
front of him?
Like,
And
they're
they
dead?
did have the requisite amount of gold, and he seems to have described the
See?
horses
I paid
appropriately.
them.
With the
We found some bodies.
well, get out the bag.
Well,
you have
look
the
at
bag
them.
of
Was
gold.
it them? You should be able to know. You're mercs, right? Look at them. You go, hey, look, that's them. This is the gold. He's in the clear. I guess we don't need to, intimidate him in the middle of a tavern and be like, how about your teeth? What's it worth to you? Like, I kind of feel like I'm getting a shakedown here. And I don't know if I much like your guys' tone.
I don't like your tone, but we're still sitting here talking calmly.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to agitate them.
He, like,
I do
sips a
believe
little
it.
bit of beer. So, where are we left?
We've got the money. I say we go back.
If I get a vote, I agree.
I mean, we'll get our rings. That's the main point anyway.
Wait, you guys aren't even mercs? Just by now, like, he finally looks down at your guys' hands. And the thing that you would have picked up on as you're walking through the town and as soon as you walked in the tavern is, like, in real life, when you're somewhere, like, let's say in your room where you are right now, and, like, your roommate walks in, the first thing you do generally is, like, look at their face and be like, yo, what up? Dude, buddy guy, friendo, whatever. Everybody in the town, including the guards, the first thing they look for is your hands. So as soon as you guys stepped in the tavern, like everybody just kind of like, you know, hanging out or whatever. Anybody that looks at you, you notice they're not looking at head height. They're looking at like a waist height, quick glance, and then they look over. So you kind of get the impression that everybody kind of looks there first, just to make sure they know who they're talking to. This guy didn't do that. He now, finally, after you saying that, kind of looks down and goes, "Ah, fucking hell, you guys aren't even actually mercs? Get the fuck out of here."
We're about to be, and we remember our friends.
Oh. Okay. Well, merc friends are good to have, I guess. Okay, well, if
Yeah.
we're friends, then, you know, just remember Richard Zelnick. Trust me, I always need mercs. I'm always traveling. If you want a sweet, cushy job, I've only been attacked 16 times in the last 3 years. So, really, as far as trade caravans go, it's a pretty safe gig.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
well.
Tell you what, you get us pay for our rooms tonight so we can get a good night's sleep and head on back tomorrow. Tell them that you paid all your money and didn't have to shake you down too much. And call it even.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I'll give you advantage because the whole group's kind of pushing, but the DC is a little bit higher because of the failed check from Eggman. Yeah, 25 does it. He just kind of looks at you and just goes, fuck. Yeah, that's an alright deal. I can do that. I'll pay for your rooms for the night. I'll even get you breakfast in the morning. You guys go, do your thing, get your rings. If I need mercs again, I'll ask for tall guy, shortish guy, green-haired chick, other tall chick.
Agman, not-Agman, 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 not-Agman.
Okay, Eggman, not-Agman, 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 not-Agman. Got it. Is that like the party name? That's a really long name of like your specific crew.
We're working.
You'll get it.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll ask for that. Okay. Well, I guess thank you for leaving all my teeth in my face. And,
You're welcome.
You're
thank
welcome.
you for your service. Now, if you would be so kind, I plan on getting obliteratedly drunk. So I'll go leave a word with the barman, barman, whatever. And then you do you. Too.
All right.
He
Thanks.
just kind of looks at you and like nods at each one of you, like looking at each one of you guys in the eyes and just like, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. And then like slowly walks away, but he doesn't ever turn his back to you. He's just kind of like shuffling, sidestepping until he's about 20 feet away. And then you see him count out some coins onto the counter to the bartender and points upstairs. And the bartender kind of looks over at you guys and goes, "Yeah, you're good." And then, yeah. Anything else you want to do for the night before you all crash?
No.
I think I'm good for the night.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. You guys separate into either individual rooms or a communal room. The choice is yours. This place is a tavern, not so much as an inn. People mostly don't rent rooms, so surprisingly, there's a lot of availability. So you have your pick of the litter. But you guys make your choices, and you go to crash. For two of you, that is literal. I need Constitution saving throws from the two that had the magical bean water of waking. Okay. Yeah, okay. Not bad. So, you guys all crash and have a good night and wake up in the morning feeling refreshed, ready to take on the world. With the exception of Agman, you lay in bed staring at the ceiling for about 4.5 hours before you finally painstakingly are able to finally get some rest. You wake up in the morning feeling like death itself. You're totally fine, no exhaustion or anything like that, but you're definitely feeling the effects of the magical bean water of waking. And you guys all group up downstairs. You're fed a delicious breakfast. There is nobody in the place. There's just a bartender and like a chef. And they make a bunch of food for you. You have like a whole buffet to choose from. It's, quite impressive actually. You guys are used to like cafeteria kind of style food at the mercenary company, and you get your kind of pick of the litter. Eat as much as you want. And this is the point where I say, hey, stream, I fucked up today and started 30 minutes late. So instead of going 30 minutes more and going over, I'm going to quickly wrap this up because somebody has to go and do some shit. So that's on me. Sorry, it's 30 minutes short. Anyway, so you guys get your breakfast, start making your travels. Surprisingly, no encounters at all on the way back, except, maybe you guys found like a pack of groundhogs or something. You kill them and skin them and, eat them and, dance in their furs. Whatever you guys decide you want to do as a group, you guys have a good time. Let me know later. Really doesn't matter. Trial mission complete. You guys make your way back to Dressy Mercenary Company, and I'll leave you with one last thing to think about, as we'll pick up next week with you guys getting your rings. But when you guys get to the mercenary company, you walk back into the conference room, and Sister Alice is there, and in her typical kind of brisk, no nonsense way, you guys walk in, present the rings that you found.
Quick question.
Yes. Yep.
Before.
Yep.
What is the kind of social mores about the mercenaries if they die out in the field? Are we supposed to bring them back? Just let them sit there?
I mean, it kind of depends on the mercenary. If somebody is like exceedingly well liked, then generally they'd like a burial or to bring the body back if possible. But really, I mean, you're mercs. You're out there for the money. If you're dead, fuck him. He didn't make it. It's a very dog-eat-dog kind of world, and only the strong survive. So clearly they weren't strong enough. That's the kind of overarching view.
Then yeah, just present their rings.
Yeah. Okay, so you present their rings and tell Sister Alice of everything that happened, well, as much as you guys would like to, and hit me up with the PMs later on what you don't share if you decide to keep anything back. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that you tell her everything. But we'll talk about that before next week. I'm just trying to wrap this up really quickly. Sorry about that. Eventually, she just kind of looks at you and goes, okay, well, job well done. You get to meet Carrot. Congratulations. And she just leaves the room, and a couple of minutes later, you see a secretive, slender, short man who appears to be hiding his face, wearing a porcelain mask covering everything but his eyes, and all you see in the eyes is like a yellow, kind of like a deep yellow eyes with like almost like snakes, how they have the eyes that kind of go the opposite way, with a deep yellow. And as he's walking, you notice his arms aren't swaying like a normal person is. They're like dead straight by his sides. And as he turns towards to you guys to face you, you notice, because you all have a really fucking high passive perceptions, like, couldn't any of you run a non-wise character? Anyway, not important. You notice that the bottom half turns, and then like maybe half a second later, like the top half of his body also turns to face you, and you hear, hey, I'm Carrot. I'm the leader. Congratulations. Time to get your rings. And we'll call the session there and pick up next week to see exactly what the fuck just happened and all of that. Again, stream, sorry it's 30 minutes short. I fucked up and started at 6:30. It's supposed to start at 6 on Tuesdays. My bad. A couple of really quick things to get through. Tomorrow, streaming, probably going to do like a Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones. What the fuck am I talking about? Wheel of Time kind of discussion panel with a couple of people, see what we thought about the show in comparison to the books. There might be some light spoilerish talks. We'll let you know. We'll give a spoiler warning before we spoil anything. But, a bunch of us have read the books. conservatively, let's say like 11 or 12 times each, and fucking love this series. And okay, I'm just speaking myself here. I'll let the others introduce themselves tomorrow. But yeah, I just fucking love the series, and want to talk about it with everybody else and see what they thought. Positives, the negatives, everything in between. Dirty little shit as well. And then Thursday we've got the continuation of the Canadian Simulator, so check that out. For those of you that don't watch it, that's actually just D&D. It's 5th edition, but it's the Rime of the Frost Maiden campaign, aka it's a campaign that takes place in the frozen north, and there's just snow everywhere, so it's a Canada simulator because snow. That's the joke. It's a kind of a joke with the guys that play, but whatever, it's fun. So that happens on Thursday, and then again, we'll be streaming a bunch, and then Monday, the Rain Monday game continues, and then 1 week from today, this game continues, and we'll get to figure out, maybe, who Carrot is, and the party will embark on their not railroaded adventure at all. This one was, purposely, to get them introduced in the world. Literally next week, you guys do whatever you want. Any final words before we say goodbye? Anybody? Random outbursts of
Bye, Felicia.
All right. Take it easy, stream. Subscribe to Twitch Prime. If you're watching this on YouTube, check the Twitch stream, Twitch Prime, blah, blah, blah. Bye.